What's up, everybody? How you doing? Good to see you. It is Thursday morning. Good morning, good morning. I think today's the 15th, so welcome to August 15th. We are halfway through the 8th month of the 2018th year, and I hope you guys are having a really good week so far. I know I am. I'm still kind of coming down from the show that happened last Friday. The anniversary show for Kitchen Killers was absolutely spectacular. It was so awesome to see so many great people. It was like having a family reunion. It was really cool, and thankfully we kind of get to do that every Friday. So we were really fortunate. We had the mad scientist in tow. We had so many great people, great creators and influencers and artists that just absolutely packed the house, man. It was so good to see so many people. I felt like everybody had a really good time. The food was excellent. The wine was flowing. Cliff and Rebecca from Pound the Great came by. They brought bottle after bottle of just awesome bottled deliciousness. So it was really good to see so many people. Mark B. Lee, Josh Bauer and Bunny were there. Anthony Brown and Brandy were there. It was just killer. So I'm still coming down a little bit from Friday, but I wanted to talk to you guys about a quote that I read yesterday, which is really interesting, and it's by Jimmy Dean. I don't know if this is Jimmy Dean, the Sausage King. However, it could be. And he was a sausage king, and everybody likes sausage. So I'm going to assume this is probably him. But he says, I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can always adjust my sails to reach my destination. I'm like, okay, let me think about that. So you can't always control the wind. And in regards to that, I feel like that's kind of the variables that we go through in life. We can't necessarily control the things that we experience. We can't control the things that happen to us. We can try to influence the world around us, but ultimately, we're not always in control of what happens to us. However, we are in control, as we've spoken about before, about how we react to said external experience. So we can adjust how we react based on how we feel and how we process it, and then what kind of reaction we feel that environmental stimulus is trying to get us to emanate. So when you think about that, or when I think about that, I think about just life in general. We all have a plan, right? Everybody's got a plan. And as we grow and we get through life, we realize that the universe doesn't really care about our plan. Sometimes your boss doesn't care about your plan, or your friends don't care about your plan, or maybe a significant other doesn't care about your plan. And you have this great plan, and you have a destination that you're trying to get to, and you have a way that you're going to do it, and you have a way that you're going to go about it, and you have these certain steps that you're going to take to make sure that you're achieving your goal in a fashionate form. However, it doesn't always work out that way. And every now and then the universe throws in little bumps, little speed bumps, little things here and there to knock you off your path. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that the universe is after you, but sometimes people feel like it is, because when it rains, it pours. That saying exists for a reason. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be knocked off our path to our destination. All that means is we have to adjust to the external stimulus that we're receiving. In regards to Jimmy Dean, he's talking about not being able to control the wind, but he can always adjust his sails to make sure that he reaches his destination. And if you guys know how sailboats work and how, like I really enjoyed the large warships from like the Great Britain era, where they just dominated the world and their navy was absolutely spectacular. Those ships were incredible. And it was amazing how and what they could do, how they can maneuver, how easily they could traverse different things in the ocean, of course, with a skilled team, which was really incredible. So it didn't really matter how the wind was working. They could always adjust their sails to make sure that they were headed in the direction they needed to be headed. And the same goes for us in life. We don't always necessarily know what's going to happen, but if we adjust our sails properly, we can utilize that as a backing and pushing force that will push us toward what we're trying to get to, no matter what it is. Whether you have a goal of education, whether you have a goal of a new job, whether you have a goal of a band, or maybe you have a goal of being a photographer, being an artist, crocheting Christmas hats for dogs, who knows? But the point is, as long as you stay focused on your destination and you stay positive, you stay motivated, and you support yourself and you never give up, you'll find a way. You'll find a way to use that external stimulus in your favor. You'll find a way to utilize that wind. You'll find a way to adjust your sails properly to make sure that you're headed in the right destination. And sometimes we need to take a second and we need to absorb that information, that external stimulus that we're receiving. We take a second to process it and figure out the best way to handle it. So sometimes, again, for example, say I have a goal to be a network engineer, and the job that I did have before that was like, hey, guess what? You're fired. And that sucks because maybe that was my path to becoming a network engineer. Maybe I was a promotion or 2 promotions away. Well, okay, well that kind of sucks, so what do I do now? It's like, you know what, to be honest with you, you're free. You can do whatever you want. So instead of being stuck on this one ladder, hoping that in 1 or 2 promotions, I can get that network engineering position, now, not only do I have the experience and the education, but now I'm free to do it. So I can traverse, I can bypass those 2 updates and just go right to that network engineer position. Yes, it's gonna be hard. Yes, it's not, it's not efficient, it's not effective. Sometimes it's hard because money and bills and power and stress and anxiety and family and responsibilities. However, if something like that were to happen, I needed to realize I'm free. Now I'm free. I'm not tied to this one company hoping to get 2 promotions to ultimately achieve a goal that I can probably achieve just by swiping right on a monster job application that I downloaded on my phone. Okay, sweet. Maybe this external stimulus actually freed me up, and instead of holding me back, it became the biggest gust that I needed to push me in the direction I needed to go. And if you look at it that way, then you kind of see it as a blessing. But you can't sit on your ass and do nothing about it and wallow in pity. You can't sit there and be like, oh, I got fired. Oh my God, it's terrible. Ah. Yeah, I know. Give yourself a little bit of time to adjust to that, absolutely. However, make sure you get your ass up and get moving. Use that gust of wind. Use that freedom. Now you're free, make it happen. So it's not all the time that we can control those external stimulus, but when they do hit us, there is a way that we can utilize it, captivate it, and use it to push us forward to a destination that we've been trying to reach the entire time. It's all about perspective, how we see those things. Yeah, man, the universe is going to weigh you down. It's going to knock you down. It's going to take things away. It's going to mess up all your plans. But it doesn't mean it destroys your goals. Plans and goals, they go hand in hand with each other. But you can completely eviscerate a plan and still have your goal. So don't let it mess up your goal just because your wind changes a little bit. Utilize it. Capture it. Adjust your sails and make it happen. I love you guys. You guys have a good day. Enjoy your Thursday. Peace and love, and above all that other good stuff, lots of happiness, and we will see you tomorrow night at 9:05 for the birthday celebration of the illustrious Burberry cosplay. We'll talk to you guys soon. Pizza.